You know what I found out about this? Usually there's a bigger crowd around the coffee pot, but you have to get.
I don't throw a very big crowd, I guess.
No, it's not you. So, welcome back to Common Grounds, everybody. Yay! And I'm just, thanks to the choir. Oh my gosh, what a beautiful anthem. It was gorgeous. So, today we have a wonderful opportunity to hear about our upcoming retreat and hear about this marvelous place, which I think all of you will want to see someday. So, thanks to Linda and others whose idea this was, and we will invite her to tell us about it. You'll have plenty of time to ask questions and learn all about what's coming up. Linda, thank you. Take it away.
Am I allowed to take this one?
Sure.
I think so.
Yeah. People, I should.
We're far enough away.
All right. So, what is an all-Parish retreat? It is open to newborns to 100 years old. And please invite your neighbors and your friends. What a wonderful way to introduce them to St. Mike's. It's a time to catch up with old friends and meet new friends. You can choose to rest, stroll the grounds, spend time at the garden and farm, do an art project, fish, play board games, and of course, enjoy farm-to-table food. It's going to be led by Kate Cahuli, who you see pictured here, who came highly recommended to us. Kate is the Director of Congregational Development for Heights Christian Church in Shaker Heights. She also directs the Deacon Formation Program and the Lay Preaching College for the Episcopal Diocese of Ohio. She earned her Doctorate of Ministry from Bexley Seabury Seminary in 2019. In addition, Kate has deep experience in Christian formation and is passionate about equipping everyone to discern, claim, and exercise their ministry. I love her doctoral research, which she gathered stories of call from lay professionals to provide hope and guidance to the church. She and her husband Greg live in Cleveland Heights and have 2 adult sons. Kate will provide us with questions to reflect on, and Foster and Kate will offer one-on-one spiritual direction for those who want it. This is Bellwether Farms. Bellwether Farm is a 137-acre property that includes farmland, woodlands, meadows, hiking trails, picnic pavilions, playing fields, and a 5-acre pond. It is bordered on 3 sides by the Vermilion River and offers exceptional and diverse opportunities for educational programming. This new center, as Sarah referred to, exemplifies green building and features super energy efficient structures, renewable energy technology, water reclamation systems, and repurposed materials. While we are there, you are likely to see Bishop Mark, the transitional director of Bellwether, Bishop Wayne Hofflin, Farmer Kyle, and Chef Lonnie. So let me point out a few things to you on the map. Let's see if I can do this. It's not gonna.
On that white thing, there's a laser pointer.
On that white thing, there's a laser pointer.
I can just point.
Oh, that's okay. The main road. So the main road was right there. Yep, that's the main road you're gonna come down. The first entrance is by number 7, which is the parking lot. And you can park there if you're able and walk, or you can come up to the main building. Yeah.
14.
So we will provide you with a map. So I think that's going to be easier for me to do. Building 14 is the Grange. It's the main building. It's where the dining room is. It's where yoga will be. It's where spiritual direction will be. 15, which is above, is where the private rooms are and where the cabins are. And as Sarah pointed out, there are paths that are paved. So getting from one place to another is very easy, but if you need help, we can get you from one place to another. Building 12 is the worship barn, which is just on the south of that. And 2, 3, and 20, which are out by the road, that's where the goats and the chickens and the cows and the farm garden is. And there's hiking and there's fishing down at the pond. But as I said, we can get anybody anywhere on the property, so don't let that be discouraging to you. I'm done, Father Foster, you can. You have 3 sleeping options. You can stay in a room with a queen bed and a private bath. You can stay in a room with twin beds and a private bath, and we will not room you with somebody unless you request to be their roommates. And there are 5 cabins, and they share a bathhouse. Each cabin has 4 bunk beds and 2 extra long twin beds. They are not heated. Cannot promise you what the weather's going to be like the second week in October. And you must be a family or in a pod to stay there. So we can't put 2 families in one cabin together. The meals are prepared by Chef Lonnie, and he can accommodate dietary restrictions. Much of the food that is served is from the farm itself. And as Sarah and I can both attest, because we've eaten there, it's really good. Saturday. You are welcome to arrive after 11 a.m. You will come to the Grange to check in, and we will direct you to your room. We will gather back at the Grange at noon for lunch. You will get to meet our retreat leader, Kate, and she'll set the tone for the retreat. There is a beverage station in the Grange where you can always get something to drink. Saturday afternoon. So what does Saturday afternoon look like? It looks like what you want to make of it. You can schedule a one-on-one time to meet with Kate or Foster and talk about your spiritual journey. You can spend time at the farm with Kyle and the animals, and Kyle can tell you about Bellwether's sustainability plan. You can go on a hike, and we will have a spiritual hike guide available that you can take with you. There are fishing poles, and I will bring bait so you can fish in the pond. It is catch and release. Please note that we will not have a lifeguard on duty, so we need to ask that neither adults or children swim while they are there. We'll have an art project available in the art barn. There are board and card games. You can spend time by yourself or with your friends. You can take a long nap. Saturday evening. At 5 o'clock, we'll meet at the worship barn, which is in the top corner and the picture right below it. We'll have an evening service, and music will be songs that we are all familiar with and accompanied by guitar. On Saturday or Sunday, Ricky Becker will be with us, and then Sunday morning, either Ricky or a guitarist from University of Toledo will be with us. We'll then head over to the Grange for another wonderful meal. The picture in the middle is I believe that's called the demonstration kitchen, which is sort of out in the lobby.
Teaching kitchen.
The what kitchen?
Teaching.
The teaching kitchen. The teaching kitchen. And actually, Foster and I and my sister and her fiance went to a wonderful bread making class there, so it was a lot of fun. We will also, after dinner, you can stay at the Grange and play board and card games, and we will also have a campfire. Sing some good old-fashioned camp songs and eat s'mores, which if you don't know, you will by that night, is truly my favorite dessert in the whole world. Sunday. Ann Heckler will lead us in yoga for space. This can be done on a chair or on a mat. All are welcome. She will offer options for personalizing this physical practice. She will focus on creating a space for compassion and love for ourselves and for others, and a space for stillness and God. At 9, we will have breakfast, and at 10, we'll gather back in the worship barn for Sunday service. This will be St. Mike's only Sunday AM service, and God willing, it'll be streamed on Facebook Live. There will be a 5 o'clock service back at the church that afternoon. After the service, you can head back to your room to pack up, and at noon, we'll gather for lunch before heading home. And usually, on your way out, you can purchase produce, honey, and syrup, all of which is cultivated on the farm. I really hope you will come, and I invite your family and your friends to come. We put a lot of time and thought into this retreat. It is a beautiful new retreat center, and it's a wonderful time to spend with God and with us as a parish. However, registration is due this Friday because we have to get a count to Bellwether, and we do have registration forms in case you've misplaced the one that came in the mail, so please fill that out. Payment isn't due this Friday, but we do need the registration forms by this Friday. And please don't let cost be a factor. If you look at the form and you think it's too much, please call Foster, and we definitely have scholarships available. So with that, I'll turn it over. Foster, was there anything else you wanted to add about you or what you and Kate have been working on, or are you good?
Well, I'll elaborate just a little bit.
Can you come over here
Yes.
because we're on Facebook Live.
I've already stood outside the big picture once today. So we will, Kate Cahuli and I will be there'll be sign-up forms available that will allow, now you're getting to see my dangling.
Just stop, yep.
Dangling hardware. There'll be 30 minutes windows that you can sign up for, and those forms will be in the when you check in, and we'll move them around to make them accessible to everyone. So it's just it's really whatever the conversation evolves organically out of it, as the Spirit moves us. But that will be those will be available throughout the free time or the unstructured time of the day. And the theme of this, as you've seen already on the registration form, is come rest a while. And but the importance is that we are resting, but we're also doing it in community, and as an opportunity to rebuild and reignite relationships that maybe have been not as attended to in this season of pandemic, and to give us a time for questioning and and reflection, and more than anything else, relaxation and good food.
So does anyone have any questions for me? Yes.
Are we going to carpool or do we have to drive separately?
So the question is, are we going to carpool? Great question. We would be happy to help you get there. So people that would like to carpool, let us know, and we will help you.
I'm just a single person. I don't want to drive up by myself.
Yeah, we will definitely figure that out. Irene.
I just had a question that I've already asked you. I have a commitment on Sunday, but I would like to go at least for Saturday, but John's not going to go, and I don't want to drive back at night. So if there's a buddy, I want to go, but like I say, I don't want to drive back at night.
Right, so the question has to do with, do you have to really be there, do you have to be there the whole time? And I will tell you, there are a few people that have signed up that can only be there on Saturday. So on the registration form, please sign up for the times that you can be there. I do ask that when you sign up for a meal, that you commit to being there for that meal, because obviously Lonnie's gonna cook the food. But what we will do is once we have those registration forms, I will try to match people up on who's gonna come for the whole thing and would like a ride Saturday to Sunday, and who's leaving Saturday night, because I do know there's a few people that would like to do that.
Yeah, I'll be happy to drive, I just don't want to drive back.
Right. Any other questions? Yes.
Are bath linens like towels and like that, are those already there?
Everything, linens and towels are in the rooms. Yes, you do need to bring your own toiletries, but there are linens and towels in the room.
I think not for the cabins.
Not in the bath. Oh, that is true. If you were staying in the bath, if you were staying in a cabin and you're using the shared bathhouse, there's linens, but you need to bring towels. Anybody who's staying in a cabin, I'll figure it out for you. I don't have any cabin registrations yet, so. Sarah, do you want to add anything because you've been there?
Sure. I would correct it and say that if you need to, after a certain date, if you can't eat a meal there, you're still going to pay for it. So it's not like, it's like you don't have to be there for the meal, but you know, after a certain date, you've paid for the meal. So that's just a little correction.
Yeah, we do have to have the numbers to Bellwether.
Yeah.
It's Friday, late Friday.
On a certain date. But I just was thrilled that my friends and I could meet there. We were to have met a year ago in Northwest Ohio, and that didn't work out. So we found, I knew about Bellwether. People agreed they could look on the website and see all that was there. It was an easy meetup for driving from the East Coast and from as far away as Kansas City. So I think the impression initially was like, okay, a farm, all right, what are we gonna do there, you know? And the marvelous thing was that every single thing we did, all of my friends said, wow, this is done so well here. And one woman who's a particularly sensitive person said, you know, this place is meant for the future because of its sustainability. People are gonna really need places like this to be, you know, to fit with your climate ecology, you know, ethics, and to eat well and have a tremendously restful and a number of options for where you stay. For instance, the rooms are beautiful motel rooms. They're very accessible. There's a number of them, you know, with the roll-in shower kind of thing. I brought some swag to show you, including Taste and See maple syrup, of which they have plenty. I think they were out of honey when I was there.
Which these are from the trees on the property.
Oh yeah, yeah. And you can see the sugar shack, and you can see the bee hives, and you learn about that. And I have my little market bag, which is a very high quality. So they have T-shirts and some ball caps, and the market that they set up, the farm stand, has eggs and all kinds of produce. And then Farmer Kyle told us, just pick whatever you want on the way out. And we did. Interestingly enough, the chef and the director and the farmer, at least for us, we were there with another group, and they handled it. There was 20 college students from Cleveland area there for training overnight, and they ate in the dining room and we ate in the lobby. And in the mix in the dining room, we all wore masks, and then, you know, in our separate groupings, we were able to be just among ourselves. And anyway, they talk about the food and what's involved and what the dishes are at the beginning of each meal. And I couldn't quite understand him because he had a mask on. He said something about, I thought brown cherry crisp was the dessert. I thought, you don't grow cherries here. Not yet anyway. And it was ground cherry crisp. And the farmer brought around this little bowl of these little tiny brown paper wrapped, they're tomatillas. It's a form of tomatilla, and they're quite sweet to the taste, so each of us got one, and he made cherry crisp out of it.
think your oh no, I didn't put that picture.
Yeah, I took a picture of it as you do your wonderful meals. So I just am so thrilled to have been there and seen and our tour, you could see it in one of the pictures of the room, was the tour I took in June just to see the place was by Bishop Mark, who drove us all over the property. And hoping you'll get a tour like that. They have a larger golf cart that they can take you around and you can see all the different aspects, even if you can't walk there later on your own. Hopefully that can be arranged. So I say go. Have fun.
And the only thing that I will say is right now we are the only group. So we do right now have our run of the property. So that's nice. We are the only group. So any other questions? Well, there are registration forms on the way out. If you have lost yours, please come. I really think it's going to be a special 24 hours. I think you'll be grateful that you came. And as I said earlier, you can make of it what you want. So you can be as involved as you want, or you can just spend time reflecting on where you are in your life. So we're looking forward to it. So thank you. Thank you, Sarah, for setting this up. I appreciate it.